bars, spitting 24 karat gold bars. To a gunfighter, bring a blow torch. Spending new money to fight an old charge. No such thing as no charge. Been hot since the Cold War. I already told you like Cotter done told you. You think it's a game and I bought the controllers. The rain, let it fall in the soda. Been dripping so long, got water erosion. Heart of a soldier. My just had a daughter. I just went bought her a stroller. My just lost a father. I just went bought her my shoulder.
And I'm getting smarter and older. Call Mr. Carter the Yoda. We do this all for the culture. I bought a house in Miami. And I'm lying, it's cheaper. I bought it in Boca. My just lost his mama. Ain't I can do. I just called him and offered some closure. Then I pulled off in a Rover. I thought that I told you my the talking. I'm back on the road again. Been popping them. This might be my demise. Too many ops out here that's posing as friends. These don't wear disguise. Why you betray my trust? I thought it was love, but it doesn't come by surprise. Nothing as real as the same when you chase your dream. Dog, you just gotta open your eyes.
The Cotters are back after a disappointing year 2, looking to get back to the top of the mountain with a World Series title, back-to-back NL Central champs, but had to squeak it out both times against the Cubs in the final series of the year. They entered the season once again ranked first overall as a team in Major League Baseball. And a loaded roster set to take the field for Cotterville. They got the 2026 Cy Young Award winner in Connor Roark. Need a little bit better from these two this season. Need a lot better from Tassari, who was very sorry with his play on the field last year. Is this the Tim Wallace breakout season? He's declined from a 93 to a 91, which is interesting. As we look at the schedule here, do the Cotters finish with the Cubs again? They do not this year. They got the Cardinals. No series. Actually, the Cubs series is here in early September. That's the last time they play the Cubs. They play a series at Wrigley here, a 4-game series in Milwaukee, who loaded up on pitching. That Brewer team is never bad, so you got to watch out for them every single season in the NL Central race. So it'll be interesting to see here for Cotterville how it goes in year 3. Too much time with Fickle for Tim Wallace. And Holvey's trolling about the Cardinals. That's about the cue to get this season started. We are not going to listen to the sob shows. Here we go. And the Cotters started 0-6. If I have that correct, nope, they started 0-6. 0-6 start to the year. Stay hot, Cotterville. Stay hot. And they suck. Just mediocrity for Cotterville so far as we get through the month of May. There's a winning streak. There's a humongous winning streak. The Cotters can't lose. As Chase Petty, sorry to tell you, buddy, you're not making the majors. Maybe the Cotters roped off how many in a row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in a row, plus more. That has to be, 17 of 19 for the Cotters? That is quite the run, as they're now in first place. Of course, the Brewers are good, too, though. My God, they're never bad. Oh, here comes the sob shows record. Not even going to acknowledge the chat with the trolling that's going to take place. Here's how we're doing so far. Tosk is hitting .338 to start the year. Brady Lang has been dominant. MVP caliber first 2 months of the year. Tim Wallace having his best year yet. This lineup is raking. Williams is playing well. Salin, best season yet. Slugging the most that he has is in his career. Already has 13 homers. Tassari, not sorry anymore. This whole lineup is absolutely raking, and yet the Cotters started 0-6 somehow. Is there a bad player in the lineup? There's no holes other than the catcher fat-ass Cotter family spot in the lineup. How's Austin doing? Yeah, Austin's got to be the starter. Tyson sucks still. Reed, nothing. Elliott, nothing. Well, Elliott actually having a decent year so far. Pitching-wise, you got Rourke doing what he does. Kennedy's been dominant. Terry's been good. How is this team not incredible? Look at these stats. Okay, Hawkins is pathetic. Smith is awful. Spalding, not very good. Ingram, disaster. Handel, disaster. Keefe and Farmer have been good. There's your answer, are these guys right here, as to why the Cotters have lost so many games. But the stats have been great for everybody, so the Cotters are underperforming so far this year. Not a bad hitter in the lineup when you put Austin in for Caleb. Let's get to the All-Star break, see where we're at. Brewers are going to be a tough team to take down in this central race. They are never, ever bad. Always pitch well. Not going to be accepting any trades. There's 2 or 3 against the Cubs. Just missed how they did against the Brewers. Troy Williams, knee sprain. You could rub some dirt on it. Get back out there, big fella. The Angels get Evan Phillips. Groundbreaking trade. This dude's been traded every year we've done this. Orion Kirkring has been traded about 6 times in the Cotter franchise. Don't care about the draft. None of those guys are touching the majors. Do the Cotters have a home run derby participant? Joel Salin is in the derby. How about that? Out of nowhere, Salin has more homers than he had in either of his first 2 years.
Welcome to the Home Run Derby.
Let's see if Joel can put up a better derby performance than Lang did last year. He can't. Equally pathetic. No Super Bowl for Pete Alonso this year, though. He actually isn't participating for the first time ever. Please kick Sam from the chat if we hear one more fucking word about the Cardinals. Unbearable. Let's see how many Cotter All-Stars they have. Kennedy All-Star. That's his second, right? No. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's his second All-Star appearance. He has been awesome. Gunning for the Cy Young to make it back-to-back Cotter Cy Young winners. No bullpen participants. First time Farmer hasn't made it. And no Rourke this year. Let's see the offense. Tosk is an All-Star. Is that his second? Yes. Hitting .342. Unreal. Brady Lang, third consecutive. I know he's made all 3. Yes, he has. And he is gunning for an MVP. Just been awesome. And that is all. 3 All-Stars for Cotterville. Have a feeling there's probably some guys that got snubbed. Let's take a look. We saw Tosk's numbers, .342. Lang has 22 homers, 66 RBIs, 992 OPS. Wallace, 889 OPS, 21 homers. This looks all-star-ish to me. Williams, good year so far, 19 bombs. Salin, home run derby participant. This looks all-star-ish to me, quite easily. Somehow he doesn't make it. Tassari is still kind of sorry, but not as sorry, as I once again fuck up my controller. Lot better, though. Holvey, This looks borderline all-star-ish with his defense. This guy gimmicks too much to be an all-star, so good call, voters. Don't need any trolling and gimmicking all-star weekend. Even Austin Cotter's putting up a year. There's no weaknesses in this lineup. Zero. Zero weaknesses in the lineup. Pitching staff. Rourke, first non-all-star season. Hasn't been quite his normal self. Kennedy has been the ace of the staff this year. Terry's been good. Rydell's been solid, and Van Ness has been solid. How is this team not the best team in baseball by a mile? Youngman's been good in long relief. These guys still suck. Spalding's been okay. Handel, not his normal self. Keefe's been awesome. Farmer, not really pitching all that well. Cotters are a game back of the Brew Crew. I don't understand how you're 56 and 41 with that lineup. There's not a bad player in the lineup. You got 2 MVP candidates hitting first and second. You have 56 wins at the break. Just doesn't make much sense. These Brewer series are going to be huge. That team is never bad. Are the Cubs in the mix too? No, the Pirates are. Well, the Cubs actually are too. The Cardinals are the only team not in it. Hovey, thank God he's out of the chat. Let's go to this 4-game Milwaukee set and see where we're at. Poverty NL loses the All-Star game, and the Brewers are loading up. The Brewers are loading up. Justin Martinez to Milwaukee. They add another pitcher because they just don't have enough as is. Unreal. And Jacob Young is headed to the Orioles. We couldn't care less about that. Cotters get the first 2 against the Cubs, sweep the Cubs. See you later, Chicago. Now taking on the Pirates, they lose 2 of 3. And here is the 4-game Milwaukee series, and the Brewers have a 4-game lead in the division. The Cubs are way out of it, free falling. It's Brewers, Cotters, Pirates, with the Brewers holding the edge. Cotters in the All-Star race have a nice cushion. But that Brewer team, just so fucking hard to beat. Frustrating. First game against Milwaukee, Kennedy against Zach Gallen, and the Brewers win. Terry against Tobias Myers, and the Brewers win. Rydell against Sean Manaea. Cotters win, and the Cotters do get the final 2 games of the series, but make up no ground on Milwaukee. As we will head to September call-ups. And we need some Andrew Abbott luck on this team. I mean, to take down the Brewers, we need the fucking luck merchant himself, Andrew Abbott, to come up and pitch. Fuck you, Will Benson. I refuse to put you on the team. But maybe Abbott's just insane luck will rub off on this Cotter team. Is that it in terms of Milwaukee series? It is. We'll go to here and see where the Cotters are at. Win 2 of 3 against the Cubs. AAA team is goated. 6 games left. Cotters lead the division. Game and a half lead on the Brewers. The Cotters are looking to win the division for the 3rd straight year. Brewers choking. Nice run by the Cotters in September. Now they go to Busch Stadium to take on the St. Louis Cardinals. As Joel Salin, instead of watching the stream, is pulling Michael A. Taylor from a show pack. Unbelievable. Here we go. Cotters beat the Cardinals 2-1. Lose 6-5. and still lead by a game and a half as they win the series, and with 3 games left in the regular season, they lead the Brewers by 2 games, are damn close to clinching the division. That might have just clinched it, and that did clinch it. Cotters are NL Central champs for the 3rd straight year, most regular seasons in Cotter history so far with 94. And they're going to be taking on the Atlanta Braves in a wild card series. 94 wins was not enough to get the bye, even though 90 wins was enough last year. Brutal, but the Cotters do clinch the division and hold off the Milwaukee Brewers, who also do make the playoffs and will be taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. Of course, they made it. They never don't make it. League leaders, Kennedy and ERA, 2.15 ERA for Kennedy. 230 innings pitched, whip, WAR. Kennedy is your Cy Young winner, I can already tell you. Tosk wins a batting title. Brady Lang leads the league in slugging percentage. Cotters are cooking, and Kennedy has to be your Cy Young Award winner. Back-to-back Cy Young Award winners for Cotterville. Last year it was Rourke. This year it's Kennedy. Tosk wins the batting title. Lang finishes 3rd in MVP behind the 2 fucking super team members. Unreal. A Dodger has won it the last 4 years. 3 years. Lang, though, hell of a year. Kennedy, Cy Young, Tosk batting title. No relievers, of course not. Why would they? Lang 3rd in the Hank Aaron Award. Gold Gloves. This Cotter team's fat and slow, but Hovey wins his first Gold Glove, I believe. Well deserved from him. Wallace 2nd in Gold Glove again to Churio, of course. What a player. And that's it for the awards. Now we'll look at final numbers. Tosk wins a batting title, hits .333 with a .417 on base, .951 OPS, career low in homers, but on base at a .417 clip. 8.5 WAR season is a bit insane for the Cotter leadoff hitter. Brady Lang, 3rd in MVP, .974 OPS, 37 bombs, 111 RBIs, stole 12 bases as well, 7.4 WAR for Lang. Tim Wallace, 270 half, and he's putting up about the same numbers he has his whole career. Good, not spectacular. 29 homers, 80 RBIs. Regressing in the walk to strikeout department a little bit, but still a 4 WAR season. 3rd consecutive 4 WAR year for the Cotter left fielder. Troy Williams, 32 bombs, matches his total from last year. 94 RBIs is a career high by far. 826 OPS is a career high for the Cotter cleanup hitter. 2.9 WAR is a career high. Joel Salin puts together by far his best season. He unlocked some power that he hasn't had before. 37 homers for Joel Salin. 82 RBIs, 864 OPS. And he's a great defender at short. 5.1 WAR for Joel. Have yourself a year. Kieran Tassari, not quite as sorry this year. This season resembles his first year. 28 homers, 78 RBIs, 783 OPS. You will take that any day of the week from your right fielder. Back in the positives in the WAR department. Good year. Sam Holvey, best year yet for him. 808 OPS, 27 homers, 70 RBIs, and a Gold Glove at 3rd. 4.8 WAR season for Holvey. Everybody is awesome in this Cotter lineup, including Gimmick Man Price. 840 OPS, 32 homers, 75 RBIs. The Cotter 8-hole hitter has 32 homers and 75 driven in. What a lineup. 1.6 WAR for Price. Dude has not played an inning in the field in his career. Just hitting and just gimmicking. That's all he does. As Cotter closes the year shittily, strikes out 102 times in 398 plate appearances. 715 OPS, though, could be a lot worse from your catcher. He hit .265, got on .338. So the worst hitter in the Cotter order has a .338 on-base percentage. and is worth 2.8 WAR. You will take that any day of the week. Caleb Cotter, on the other hand, is awful at baseball. Andrew Tyson, decent season as a backup infielder. Big B just loves to get him at bats. Loves to get him at bats. I mean, 222 plate appearances for a shitty backup infielder is a choice. Nate Reed did hit 267, didn't slug it much in minimal playing time. Elliott steals 15 bases and hits 274 off the bench. Drives in 29. Solid year from Elliott. I mean, that lineup, what a year. Just incredible. What a season for the Cotter offense. Pitching staff, Rourke, still a great year. 3.04 ERA, 118 whip, struck out 212. And this guy is one of the best playoff performers of our generation. 4.7 WAR for Rourke. Not his best year, not his Cy Young year, but still very good. The Cy Young Award winner, though, is this guy who was utterly spectacular with a 2.15 ERA, .91 whip through 230 innings. Worth nearly 5 WAR. Terry cooled off a little to end the year, but he has been consistently very good as the Cotter's third starter. Need better playoff success. That's a good idea to add backup positions. Good call. 197 innings of 319 ball for Terry. You take that every day of the week. Rydell must have had an awful second half because he was doing well at the All-Star break. 4.57 ERA and Van Ness as the fifth starter. You could do a lot worse than this. 173 innings of 4.16 ERA ball. A career year for Van Ness. Youngman in the bullpen, 43 innings of 3.74 ERA ball, struck out 41. Hawkins, just batting practice. Does strike guys out, but also walks everybody. The walks finally catching up to Hawkins. He walked 44 guys. Just a disastrous season. Smith started to pick it up in the second half, but a 1.57 whip's not going to get it done. Did strike out 63. Spalding, have yourself a year. 60 innings of 2.55 ERA ball out of the pen. Let's get Santion off the team. Who are we missing here? Evan Ingram. Back to the playoff roster you go. Back to the bullpen stats. Where's Ingram at? 3.04 ERA. He has a 3.17 career ERA and 82 innings out of the pen, despite being a 69 overall. Get it done. Handel just did not have his normal season. After ERAs in the ones the last 2 years, 3.80 this year. Spalding is the most trusted lefty in the Cotter pen heading into the postseason. Ben Keefe, though, back-to-back dominant years. Still is a terrorist in the playoffs, though, which is a problem. But he only gave up 48 hits in 71 innings, 1.77 ERA, great year for Keefe. And Mike Farmer, back-to-back bad years. Blew 11 saves this year, 4.04 ERA, did strike out 73, but gave up 67 hits in 64 innings. Farmer is regressing. Luke Fickle has been spending too much off-season time with the Cotter closer, just unacceptable. Those are your numbers, though. Wild Card Series, it's another Cotterville-Atlanta series. The Cotters won the NLCS 2 years ago in a 7-game series. Last year, 5-game NLDS series, the Braves won it, and now we've got a 3-game Wild Card Series in Cotterville. These teams will see each other for a third straight postseason. Mike Farmer is indeed a postseason guy, though. Not worried about him. And also not worried about Rourke. Not that you should be worried. Guy's been great, but even though Kennedy won the Cy Young, he's getting the ball in Game 1. The guy threw 2 complete game shutouts against the Braves last postseason. Cotters will have to wait to start the 2.15 ERA Cy Young winner in Game 2, which is quite the luxury to have, because Rourke is going to get the ball here in Game 1 against Spencer Strider. in a 3-game wild card series. Third straight year these two teams will do battle from the Cotterville Coliseum. I would have started the Cy Young if Rick wasn't one of the best postseason performers you'll ever see and had 18 shutout innings against the Braves last year. And not like his numbers are bad. Here we go. And a leadoff single. And a stolen base. Attaboy Cott. And a tough start for Rick. Does get a fly out of Acuna, though. Olsen gives the Braves the lead. There goes the shutout streak for Rick after 4 hitters, and it's 4-0. Braves lead it 4-0 after 1. Uncharacteristic of Connor Rourke. Cotter offense has work to do. There's a start, 1-out triple for Lang. Wallace has to get him in. Doesn't. Grounds out. Cotters don't score. Leadoff walk to Murphy. Plenty of time, though. Salin on. Gets caught stealing. And Acuna leads off with a double. Rick gets out of it, starting to settle in a little bit. Gimmick man walks, double play, Austin Cotter. Tosk reaches on an error, base hit, Brady Lang, Wallace, ground out. Rourke starting to settle in. Cotters need to score, though. Strider looks locked. Can Rourke get through 5 here? Second double for Acuna. Nice job by Rourke. Shakes off the tough first, gets through 5. Holvey leadoff double, time to score. And a 2-run homer by Adam Price. Deficit cut in half for Cotterville. There is life in the Coliseum as Austin Cotter draws a walk. Tosk strikes out. Lang strikes out. Wallace walks. Williams to the plate. 2 on, 2 out in the 5th. The Coliseum is on their feet with a 32 home run hitter at the plate, and boy, did he get a fastball right down the middle. Himmick, man, is good. Watches that fastball, and it's 0-2. Maybe I should change up the order for game 2. Good call, Blue. Good call. Gimmick man might need to clean up for this lineup. Hit a little higher. Williams drives one in the air. Deep left center field. Acuna is going back near the track and makes the catch. The Coliseum dimensions fuck over the Cotters once again. Inning over. Williams gave it a ride, and it doesn't leave. And it'll be Coleman Hawkins, who's thrown batting practice all year, to enter the game in the 6th. Gets the first 2, then walks Murphy, and Cotter throws him out trying to steal. Cotter offense needs 2. Ground out for Salin. Tawari with a base hit and a walk for Holvey. That brings up the guy who just hit a 2-run homer in his last at-bat. A chance to give the Cotters the lead with another big swing. As that's a bullshit call to start the at-bat. I hope that umpire dies in his sleep. Just pathetic. Price jammed. That ball might get down. It won't. And I just realized that I called. And that ball is going to the backstop. What are we doing? as the Cotterville base runners don't advance. I realize now that I called Michael Harris Acuna last inning when he made the catch at the wall. That was actually Michael Harris. But he makes the catch. Terrible base running by Cotterville to not get in scoring position on that throw. And it brings up Austin Cotter as the last chance here in the 6th. Foley and Lang warming in the Brave pen. And the biggest gut in baseball hanging over the plate is the only thing the Cotters have left to hope for. Strider is at 85 pitches here in the 6th. Andre the fucking Giant at the plate. What a jump scare. It is a jump scare when the camera pans to him and you realize just how massive he is. Stays alive on the slider. One-two pitch struck him out on a curveball. Cotters don't score. Cotter is pissed. Highest his heart rate has gotten in years as he chucks the bat towards the dugout after striking out in feeble fashion to end the 6th inning. And that will bring in Jake Smith. Very interesting bullpen decisions. Not that there's a ton of good options. There's a leadoff hit by who? Who the fuck just got a leadoff hit? Back to the top of the order, back-to-back strikeouts, and Smith works a scoreless inning. Will that be it for Strider? It will. Jason Foley is going to enter, and Tosk has had a dog shit day. The NL batting champ has sucked, and the top of the Cotter order, ground out, ground out, ground out. Drew Spalding, leadoff double against the lefty. Base hit Ozuna from the Braves. Strikes out Riley. Harris flies out. Murphy strikes out. And the Cotter offense has been given every chance in the world to come back since the 4-run inning. The Cotter pitching staff has thrown 7 shutouts since the first. Time for the offense to pick them up. Base hit Troy Williams. Fielder's choice Joel Salin. Let's hop in here as Snitker's going to come out of the dugout. Will it be the closer? No, it won't. It'll be Alex Lang and his 1.49 whip and 15% walk rate to face Kieran Tawari. The Tassari nickname has been temporarily suspended pending this at-bat. Could very well be brought back out if this at-bat's a joke of one. Just be patient. Alex Lang has a 15% walk rate, but also definitely swing at that hanging knuckle curveball. Try not to foul it off next time, though. And there's a strike. 0-2 for the guy who walks everybody, of course. Holvey on deck. And that ball's outside. Stays alive on a tough sinker. And fouls that one away. Just protecting on these knuckle curves, not getting great swings off on them. Takes that one way outside, and it's 2-2. This Cotter crowd of 56,000 getting restless now, waiting for their offense to do something. And he watches strike 3. Tassari is still indeed sorry. A very sorry player with that at-bat. And that brings up Sam Holvey, the World Series MVP of 2025, and another strike from Lang. That one chopped on the ground. Albies will throw him out, and the inning is over. Cotters are going to have one more chance in the 9th. It is 4-2 Braves. And Ben Keefe will try to keep the Braves where they're at. Osama Ben Keefe, the playoff terrorist, gets a chance. Gets a flyout. Hits Kim. Gets a fielder's choice. Now it's Acuna who flies out, and the Cotter offense is going to get a chance. Chris Bubich is the new closer for Atlanta. It is no longer Matt Strom, and yes, I believe that's actually how you pronounce his name. And he will start against the gimmicker. That one's fouled away. Price, Cotter, Tosk, that's a horrific call. Please kill yourself. Oh-2, Price struck him out on 3 pitches, although one of them was horse shit. And that brings up this tub of meat. Gut hanging over home, 360 pounds, needs to get on. MVP chance and Price strikes out on 3 pitches. What are we calling? How is there no help to appeal there? Hold on. Did we just get fucked by an ump for a second time? I mean, terrible animation first and foremost, but to not appeal over is horse shit. These umpires hate the Cotters. Buster Only and the Umpires Association are smiling, dancing, and high-fiving at this Braves win. Two and one on Cotter. Should be 3-0, and he swings and misses. Good take, it's full. Just get your ass on for the top of the order. The batting champ and the third place MVP finisher. Please, Cott. Popped up, don't think it'll be playable. It's near the bullpen, stays alive. (3-2), and he takes the walk. Austin Cotter, what a great at-bat to bring up the top of the order. Outstanding. No use pinch running for Cott here, given that the real run that matters is the one at the plate. Although you could if you really wanted to, as there is ball one, a close pitch. I guess that would be the one reason to pinch hit. But if it's a double play ball, it's going to be a double play anyway. Pinch run, I mean. That one should be playable and left. 2 away. And that leaves it up to the third place MVP finisher in the NL. He hit 37 homers in the regular season. Drove in 111 runs. He's 2 for 4 in this game with a triple and a single, and he's got the matchup with the lefty. Everything you could want if you're Cotterville at the plate. And that's